definitely didn't mean for that to stop when it did. A master class ad popped up, and he's trying to sell
Damn,
me on sleep,
I was
but
trying to vibe.
I was I was really into it too. That was Kwong with accomplishments. Ricker and Bond, dude. Ricker and Bond in that free flowing conversation about whatever's appropriate at the time. I'm Ricker. That's Bond,
That's me.
and that's also Ron. What's up, Ron?
Hey guys, thanks for having me on the show.
We got Ron from Collective Minds Incorporated slash Are They Hoopin' app who's hopping on. We can do a nice little segment, nice big segment on a little background on the app and where he's coming from. So thanks for reaching out, joining us, Mr. Ron Jones.
And I appreciate you guys.
So app developer, Collective Minds Incorporated, uh, code scientist. Is that in the direction of what you would label yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. A little bit of artist in there, but yeah.
Yeah. I did see that. Would you start with poetry or what?
Yeah, I do spoken word. So it's a mix of like poetry and rap really. And then I like to go and perform different places.
Nice. Did did that start earlier? Or what in your life?
So I've been writing raps and poetry ever since I was a kid. But I really didn't start like going places and performing stuff till college. Then in college, pretty much late in college, like my third or fourth year, I started going to like different spoken word events and things of that nature.
Right on. I knew a couple of people that did like spoken word stuff in like Tucson.
Yeah, I
What?
published my book in 2017 too, a
Yeah.
poetry book.
Is that the ill lines of an ill mind?
Yes, yes.
Right on. Amazon Kindle paperback. What's that about?
So it's really just a collection of a lot of my spoken word poems, but I wrote it in a way where it kind of tells a story. So I write a little bit between each poem, and then the poem kind of explains like a life event or something like that. And then half of them are deep. Some of them are just like lyrical. Some of them are just entertaining. So it's kind of a wide range, but it does touch on mental health a little bit as well.
Right on. That was 2017.
Yes.
How old are you?
25.
25. Nice. When did you start learning code?
When I was 19 is when I started coding. And then I switched my major to computer science at that time too and started freelance coding. And then I really got heavy into it when I released Are They Hooping? And that was when I was about like 22 maybe.
What languages are they hooping in? Is that Swift?
With iOS.
Right on. How long have you did you what was your first
Did
language?
you use Swift to make it?
Yes, yes. It was pretty much completely written in Swift.
Was that the first thing you the first language you tried to learn or what?
Yep, it was. I
Is it
want to I want to build apps for iPhones, and that's what I had at the time. So that's really my primary language. I know a few other languages, but Swift is my primary language.
right on? What like how many years, like how long timing wise into learning Swift did you kind of have a grasp on it? And then when did you have like a time where you like hit a wall and you had to say to yourself, like, I gotta progress further in it?
Yeah, so actually, it took me like 2 years before I even started to be able to build an app. It was really just 2 years of learning different pieces. It was almost overwhelming at first.
Yeah.
Once I started developing a little app for my neighborhood just to help them be able to communicate with their residents. And while building that app, I literally hit a wall for about like a year. And literally, where I was trying to work on this bug every day for like 8 months.
Yeah.
And it was like a little UI visual bug that I could not figure out. And then once I finally figured it out, after that, I started moving to other apps shortly after once Are They Hooping. But that was a time where, yeah, I was stuck on that bug every day for the longest. There was no YouTube, like there was no online forums, nothing that was helping me. So
What did you fix it?
Yeah, I ended up figuring it out one day. I was actually drunk when I figured it out. I sat down, looked at it differently after a few drinks, and figured it out.
So it took you eight. Were you looking at it the same way for like 8 months?
Basically, yeah, basically. And then I just started looking around and playing with different debugging tools.
What was the bug?
Basically, I had like almost like a duplicate layer in my UI that was causing and it didn't have any constraints on it or anything like that. So when I was running the program, I was seeing like a duplicate view that was showing up in different places every run because it wasn't constrained. So for the longest, because I was such a novice developer, I had no idea what was going on. And because of the nature of nothing online was really telling me what was going on.
I see. I see it's ad supported. Do you have any plans in the future to introduce like a way for users to pay for more features?
Yeah, so we're working on including more things in the membership now. Right now, you get daily buckets if you become a member, so you can use those to earn more stats and things like that. But we're coming up with new ways to kind of incentivize memberships as of now.
That's cool. How many people do you just make this yourself, or do you have a team? Or
So I'm the primary developer. Then we have a UX developer that handles the UI. Her right there. She was actually just on the screen. Denisha Berry. She does the UX. So it's really a 3-person team. But as far as like building it, it's like a 1 to 2-person team. Me and Denisha.
I want to.
I see. Is this all funded by? I mean, your revenue and you, or do you have like investors involved?
So we do not have investors as of now. We've actually recently started conversations with people who are interested. We're not entirely sure if we want to take any investors or anything as of yet. But we've been, as of now, just kind of bootstrapping it and doing it ourselves. So we haven't taken any investors as of yet.
But here you kind of you partner with musicians and artists.
Yeah. So the musicians are the musicians that are in the app. And then, yeah, the other ones are just people that partner with us. And you can pay monthly to be a sponsor.
How many people are using it right now?
So, short answer, we have 15,000 users right now. But that's over, I would say, 2 to 3 years. And I would say 10,000 of those are in the last year and like 6,000 of those in the last like few months. So we're really kind of gaining momentum as of now.
That's awesome, man.
Nice. You said it's been out for 2 years?
2018, so 3 years.
Okay.
But 10,000 users were in the last year alone, and then like over 5,000 that was in the last couple of months.
What do you contribute that to?
We started doing shout outs, partnering with different bigger pages on Instagram where they were giving us shout outs, and then things like this where I'm hopping on different podcasts. And then in the future, we have a couple partnerships with some I guess, higher name artists and individuals that hopefully can give us even more publicity and ideas for us to work off of.
So what's the long-term vision that you have for it from now until a few years and down the line?
Yeah. So I mean, the primary goal, we want as many basketball players as we can to be on the app. So, you know, anytime somebody's playing pickup where it's happening throughout the application. That's the primary goal. So the average basketball player knows to go to Are They Hooping if they want to see where people are playing pickup. But aside from that, we would like to form some strategic partnerships, maybe with some gyms, some franchise gyms that would allow our users, if they maybe pay a discounted fee or something like that. We want to work with schools and coaches to allow them to better keep track of their players and maybe incentivize them and for safety things. Yeah, so they're probably just forming a lot more strategic partnerships within the app with bigger entities. It's probably later down the line.
It says at the top 196 supers. Is that how many people are using the app right now?
Yeah, that's how many people's on the map right now. Now, if they forgot to press done hooping, then they're not going to be removed from the app. But in general, that's how many people are hooping right now.
Interesting.
Who's the top of the leaderboard? Um, what are your obstacles right now? Like, what's your 8 month bug that you're trying to figure out to go towards the bigger vision?
Oh, no, that bug was just something that when I first got started, I ran into. But as of now, it's not necessarily it's not necessarily like difficulty things that I run into where I can't figure out. There's always some bugs. Sometimes that's difficult, but now it's more of like a time thing. Just trying to get everything that I want in there with just being me myself at this time. So it's just prioritizing what features we want to move forward.
Yeah. Are you thinking of any systems to put in place to kind of allocate time better so you can push it forward?
Um, well, yeah, as of now, me and Denasia are working on some feature prioritization, so we know what we want to focus on moving forward. But then, in the grander sense of things, once we start acquiring more revenue, getting more sponsors, more partners, then we'll be able to kind of build out the team a little bit.
Right on. Things I was thinking of is obvious, like when are you into crypto at all?
Um, I know about it, but I'm not invested in it.
So, oh, kind of aware of blockchain stuff. Everybody makes a new app, and if people are interested in like crypto and blockchain tech, everybody's asked, how do you put blockchain into an app? So that was one thing I first put in my mind was how you make a blockchain integrated basketball app, um, or like NFTs or collectibles digitally. Um, and then also like the other app was Are They Coaching, right?
Yes.
So what is that kind of boiled down to?
So other coaching is really just a lot more simplistic application. It's just more of a roster sheet and a little bit of coaching tools that coaches can use when they're in practice. So it has a whistle, a scoreboard, and a whiteboard. Um, so it's just like little tools that coaches can use in practice.
So it's a mobile whiteboard plus for coaches.
Yep, basically.
That's dope. But I was thinking of because if you're tracking a bunch of basketball players, it's a well. First, how did you pinpoint the gyms? Is it gyms and parks that I'm looking at right now?
Yeah, gyms and parks. And so at first they were just us uploading them, but now you just can request. So if you were to click on the gyms on the top left, there'll be a pop-up that comes up and you can add it. You can add a gym yourself. And then it just comes to us and we verify it. Once it's verified, it gets added to the map. But we're also working on some partnerships with some other entities that already have large databases of gyms. So we're trying to greatly increase the number of gyms that we have and also expand to other countries because right now they're really focused in the US.
Yeah, yeah. I was looking at that too. Um, how many apps have you made? Or
Um,
at least.
so as far as on the store, there's just two of them, this one and Are They Coaching. But as far as apps that I've worked on professionally, like in corporate jobs and things, there's been many apps I've worked on, probably over 20. But as far as like just personally, maybe around like five.
Nice. And is that mostly still in Swift?
Yeah.
That's dope. Um,
Is do you know any other languages besides Swift?
So all throughout school, it was Java. So I do know Java just because that's what I learned all throughout school. And then I did dabble a little bit in Android development because I wanted to build an Android version of Are They Hooping, but realized that there's no way I'm gonna be the developer for both of them. So I'm gonna get somebody else to do that. But when I was working on that, I was using Java as well. So Java a little bit, and then web programming, so CSS, JavaScript, and HTML. I know a little bit. I could work my way around if I need to, but I haven't worked on it in a while.
right on. Before,
Is there I mean, I don't know why there would be, but is there an iPad app or is it just iPhone right now?
So yes and no. Next update, we're gonna work on the UI for the iPad. So right now, you can currently download it on iPad, but I think there's constraint issues on probably most of the pages. So we'll have that fixed by the next update.
is the app that I'm using on my Macintosh?
That's probably an iPad app, actually. So some of the constraints are probably off. So actually, to answer your question, yeah, this is the iPad version.
That's what I was
Look,
thinking.
yeah, it looks better on the iPhone.
Right on. Um, before I want to talk about collective, will you say something?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, any plans for Apple Watch development for this app?
Yeah, actually, I have thought about Apple Watch just being, but it would probably be simple at first, just being able to check in and check out via your watch.
That's
That's
fire.
smart. It's fire as hell.
Another thing I was thinking of before I talk about collective minds real quick and we wrap up is that streaming would be really cool if you could have videos of you playing at a park or a gym through the app. Um, that's something I would probably enjoy.
Yeah. So one thing you can do, we're gonna start posting. I like to travel and play pickup with people and then record the games. So and now you always use the hashtag Are They Hooping. So if you go to the social page in the app, there's a hashtag for Are They Hooping where you can see pretty much any social media that you use. If you were on it, that social page in the middle. If you click the Are They Hooping hashtag in the top left, it'll take you to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And then mostly they'll be on YouTube, but we'll be posting different games and highlights from different pickups as we travel.
That's dope. Oh, it goes from straight from click to full screen. That's sick. Yeah, I was thinking of that. I would watch people because you could be like the niche Twitch of hooping. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I thought that was
Where in the United States are you located? Are you out of the
Atlanta.
Bay or Atlanta? Okay.
Yep, yep.
Are there a lot of developers out there? Like, is there a lot of tech?
Yeah, Atlanta's actually becoming a pretty big tech hub. Yeah, there's a lot of technology moving out here. Even in like Atlanta itself, and then even the area I live. I'm in like Alpharetta area, but in the Alpharetta Norcross area, there's a lot of tech kind of coming up.
Dang. Okay, so Creative Minds is like your parent holding company,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Collective Minds.
Oh, sorry, Collective Minds.
Yeah.
O- okay. How many products do you have under this?
Um,
Just one or?
Yeah, so the two apps that are under it, like I said, is just Are They Coaching, Are They Hooping? But then we develop apps for different clients. Like right now, we're developing a website and a mobile application for two different clients, and we've developed some websites in the past. Um, and then custom apparel is what you see now. But then we also do promotions for like musicians and small businesses. And then we also have a magazine. So I think we published like 7 issues of our magazine so far. But our magazine just highlights different small businesses and musicians that we work with.
And this is with the same team that does um Are They Hooping?
So Collective Minds has a little bigger team. We have it's still pretty much us three is the core three, but we actually have interns that work for us at Collective Minds. I think like 10 to 15 people that help us with social media, as well as just different content and things of that nature.
how do
How do
you
you hire your interns?
Usually it's kind of, we find people that are interested or passionate about different things. And then we see if there's a way that they can come kind of work with us and collab with us to put out their products, or if they just want to help us manage our pages. And a lot of people have been receptive to just joining the team.
favorite sites for
Incredible.
sourcing teams? Like Indeed, you like LinkedIn?
Yeah, ZipRecruiter, Indeed, and LinkedIn. Some just reach out to us through social media.
Right on. Um, yeah, because I was looking through the CMI site and someone I enjoy the knowledge of always said to have about like 27 streams of income, and there's some solid branches here that people can give you their money for.
Yep.
Uh, right on, man. Are they hooping app? Ron Jones Jr. Is it?
Yes.
Is it junior? You got a senior.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Pops.
um, anything? Any wise? I wanted to ask about this. It's only possible if you stop and think about it. Why? I need an explanation of that.
um, I think it's almost a more clever way of saying just do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so just kind of don't even think like
not think too
I'm.
hard.
Yeah, I'm somebody that has really big dreams, and I think the best way to do that is just kind of go forward one step at a time, without kind of thinking about it too hard.
Did you incorporate my?
Yes, 2014.
How was that process?
It wasn't too hard actually. It was more so just a leap of faith, and just having that confidence. But once you got started, I mean, it's not hard to do. It's just more of a commitment.
That's in Georgia.
Yeah.
Right on.
Do you have any YouTube content
YouTube content?
like about you building your companies
No,
or
no,
TikTok or anything?
no, not from me personally. We're like I said, we're gonna start trying to put out a lot more content on our YouTube coming up, especially now that we're doing a lot more marketing and things of that. And I think that's probably the perfect platform to give people more insight about the company.
Yeah, I think that'd be really um,
If anything,
interesting because like I'd be interested to see like how you're doing it, like behind the scenes,
yeah, my
like your day-to-day
Instagram, my
process.
personal Instagram might show that a little bit. Ron Jones 32. That's my social for everything too. So my personal socials might show that a little bit, but on our actual pages, it's more so like keeping everybody updated on. I guess those pages keep everybody updated on what we're doing as well.
Yeah, a bunch of clips of people playing in the Instagram is something I will do, but having like a little series of even just creating that stuff for for YouTube is always uh something I suggest for companies.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you coming on, reaching out. I don't really hit the parks that much, but if I ever do, I'll grab a gym on Are They Hooping.
Oh
Um,
yeah, for sure. And if we're ever in town, you gotta show us where the courts are.
I'm
I
gonna get this app right now because I hoop sometimes, but not a lot.
Okay, okay. Gotta
I'll,
hoop
Yeah, I'm
with
telling
anybody.
my boys about it too.
I'll
And
see.
contact us as well about the music too, because we're all taking music for the soundtrack.
Yeah, man. I'll grab you some instrumentals. And yeah, so any musicians, hit them up as well. Are They Hooping? Ron Jones, Ron Jones 32. What's up with 32? It's your number.
Yeah, basketball number always has been.
Right on. Any history behind it?
Um, no, not really. It was my first number in like sixth, seventh grade. They used to call me Dr. J too, but
What
I
position?
always kept the number.
What position do you play usually?
Um, I really played throughout my career 2 through 4. I've never really played point or center, but I played like every other position.
I'm tall, but I played
Damn.
football in high school for like 2 years, and I joined JV when I was I might have been a junior or sophomore in high school, and like the coach was like, "Hey, dude, you're tall, don't suck." And the JV disbanded, and I went to varsity for like a day, and I like really never played basketball a lot. And we're in the layup lines, and you got to run a lap around the court if you miss a layup, and I just couldn't make a layup.
You just run laps the whole time.
I don't even remember that whole day. I think it was literally one practice, and they're like, "No, dude, you can't."
This not gonna work.
But if I did it earlier, it would have been fun.
Yeah.
But now I'm here,
Damn.
Ricker and Bond. Appreciate it, Ron.
Yeah. Thank you guys again.
Thanks, Ron.